What a night they had in Boston over there the other night. And no, I'm not talking about the normal bar fights or assaults in the street. In the streets that took place. That's on a nightly basis. I've actually never been to Boston. That's just the best joke I could come up with on the fly. Peyton Pritchard and Derek White combined for 84 points, 19 three-pointers made. Pritchard making 10 of them, White making 9. Pritchard shot 14 for 20 from the field, White 14 for 26. Both made all their free throws, and both finished with a very positive plus-minus, obviously. This is all great, but this begs a bigger question to me. Is this the best offensive team in basketball history? Whoa. Put the pitchforks away. Let me talk. Hear me out. The Celtics' offensive rating this year so far is 119.9, which for the people with normal body posture, this means that they score just about 120 points for every 100 possessions. Possessions for the sake of offensive rating are calculated using this formula. You would think that it would be as simple as how many times the team possesses the ball, but like every advanced stat, it's just not. Last year, this Celtics team, which has maintained the same core squad from last year to this year, set the all-time record for offensive rating. But that record is actually very close to being surpassed by this year's Cleveland Cavaliers squad. Although, whoever finishes with the all-time record, the disparity between the top two would be extremely slight, especially when you compare these two squads to the rest of the list. So this year's Cavs squad and last year's Celtics squad are leading the pack by quite a bit. This year's Celtics team is also on pace to smash the record for single-season three-pointers made by a team in a regular season, a stat that they already have claimed to the second and fourth place spot for their performances over the past 2 seasons. So is this Celtics team, as well as possibly this Cavs team, two of the best offensive teams in NBA history? I mean, these stats tell me yes, absolutely, but my heart and my eyes tell me no, absolutely not. I know it's been said a million times before, but the three-point shot is wildly more popular than it used to be. No rhyme or reason, no specific reason. And yes, it's kind of a meme at this point, but teams just don't play defense like they used to. And I can't blame them. It's proved way more effective to just get your guys back on offense instead of developing new defensive tactics to try to limit or stop any of it. Just look at the top 25 teams all time in defensive rating, which is the same thing as offensive rating but based on the opposing offense. Not a single team post 2010, and there's only like 3 of them post 2000. And when we go over and look at the top 25 for offensive rating, oh, would you look at that? Not a single team pre-COVID. So as blasphemous as it would be to call this Celtics team the greatest at anything of all time, other than achieving a spot on advanced stat and some basic stat rankings, it would be just as blasphemous for me to not give them their flowers and at least crown them the best offensive team we've seen in whatever new era of the sport this even is. Yeah, the Warriors. The Warriors had the same strategy. They didn't put up stats like this. They didn't. I'm at least willing to concede that whatever this run and gun three-point style is, the Celtics are doing the best at it and have been for the past 3 seasons, with nearly every team in the league having an extremely similar play style. At least at its core, I don't see why or how we don't see a repeat champion in Boston in the Big 25. And finally, I just want to say, if the point of professional basketball is becoming more and more about who can simply get the ball in the net from the most spots on the floor, let's not forget who the GOAT is. I know I just kind of discredited his teams, but if we're talking about single players and who can get the ball in the basket from the most spaces on the floor, I'm going with Steph. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Actually, I do. I really care what you think. Please put down in the comments what you think. Definitely if you agree with me, and definitely if you disagree with me. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to Point Zero. God bless Joe Mazzulla, that sweet little soul. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. All right. Have a good day.